Howdy A to Z fans. This is another
super awesome game review.
Well, some dedicated fans may be wondering, hey, where's that one guy from A to Z, that Z guy? I don't know, I haven't seen him in a while. Here I am! So I'm gonna do my own super awesome game review. Aaron's already done Conker and Dead Space, both of which are M-rated games. So because I have two little sisters and a Wii, we have much more family-oriented games and kid-friendly. So I'm going to try to do one of those family-oriented, kid-friendly games. Starting with this, Wii Sports Resort. It's a fairly new game. So first thing you notice about it is that the Wii remote actually has to come with this extra little add-on at the bottom here. And the game won't actually won't work without it. And it's called Wii Motion Plus. And the idea is that with the sensor bar, it's reading the information being sent from the Wii remote from this point on the very end. But because it's only one point, it's not that accurate. What this does is it adds a second point of reference for the sensor bar. So it's more accurate. It's actually very subtle, but it helps. So, the games for the new Wii Sports are everything from swordplay, there's wakeboarding, frisbee for golf, which they kept from the original Wii Sports. They have archery, basketball, table tennis. They kept bowling, power cruising, which is just jet skis. Canoeing, you can do team or solo, different styles of racing. Cycling, you can do a versus, head-to-head, or a road race. And air sports. But, so yeah, the entire Wii Sports Resort game takes place on this island called Wuhu Island. It's a random tropical island in, I'm assuming, what is the Pacific, just out of a hunch, no real reason. And during island flyover, you get a really good tour of the island, and you can see like everything. You can fly over and find the archery spot, or all the golf courses, or the swordplay arena, or the bowling alley, or the basketball courts, whatever. And it's fairly well done. And what's kind of interesting is they actually started with this island in Wii Fit, which came with the Wii balance board. Brain fart. So if you have that game, and if you look at the running area, at one point you will see the runners circled, as well as running through town. During island flyover, you can go see that area. So they started bringing in this island into the Wii family back in Wii Fit. So I'm gonna focus on certain games with varying highs and lows. Swordplay. The first thing you notice is that Nintendo doesn't call it a sword fight; it's play, as in, you know, you're just playing. And it's not a sword; it's a stick, and you're wearing full gear, even as a digital Mii. The head-to-head swordplay game is really just a fluke. Whoever wins, it's whoever gets in the most lucky strikes as you play. A more accurate representation is called Speed Slice, where you're pitted against one another side by side, and you have to slice an object in a certain direction before the other person. Bowling they kept, and golf they kept from the original Wii Sports, which came with your standard Nintendo Wii bundle in North America. In Japan, you had to buy it separately, but here they put it in. So bowling, there's still the classic bowling games and the classic golf games. In bowling, there's something called 100-pin bowling, where it's exactly how it sounds. They set up 100 pins across the alley, and you play a standard game of bowling. and that's actually building on one of the training features from the original Wii Sports, where you would do power throws and you would have up to 99 pins. So, golf, they've kept pretty much the same standard game, but they've added more precision with the addition of Wii Motion Plus. With the old Wii Sports, golf would be, you take a swing. If you went too hard, you would hook or slice either way. Now, you have to be more precise. In the original, it did tell you that this side of the club, for me, I'm right-handed, this side of the Wii Remote represented the face of the club. So you had to make sure that it was perfectly square when you were swinging. No one did it. It didn't matter. In the new one, because of the addition of Wii Motion Plus and the extra reference point, the system can tell. So if you tilt the Wii Remote either way when you're swinging, it actually affects the direction of your ball, just like in real golf. Much more realistic, I find. Other highs and lows. Cycling, not that great. You're pedaling your arms and... no. Basketball is two things. One is a 3-point contest. Frisbee, you can play catch with a dog that they assign you, apparently. Or you can play Frisbee golf on the actual golf courses that are featured in the actual golf. Archery, it feels very natural. You pull back with the nunchuck, hold the Wii Remote, take aim, and let go. It's all very natural. It feels like it should when you're actually shooting a bow. The graphics are pretty much the same. It's not that much different. Now down to business, the actual game review. So, gameplay, several games are good, others are bad, others sit in the middle. So, give it, say, an 8 out of 10. Because what is good is really good. What I did find was lacking is that with some of the Wii games, and just about all of the Xbox 360 and PS3 games, which is where Nintendo's lacking, you have the ability to play online. It doesn't feature this, so if you're on your own, not that much fun. You need to be playing with at least one more person to make it enjoyable. So, what else is there? Presentation? Very plain and simple. It's a menu, 12 options. They go down into, sometimes it's beginner. In the case of Air Sports, it's the 3 different games. It's, in the case of, say, cycling or canoeing or power cruising or basketball, it lists the different formats of playing one-on-one or playing as a group. Overall, it's a good game. I like it. I enjoyed the game. So, if you're considering it, go for it. You probably won't regret it. Unless you're just one person. You need a family. I have 2 sisters and parents to play with, so I enjoy it. That's all for this super awesome game review. Bye!